What is Ash Ketchum's ultimate team? Now this has been a topic of debate for quite some time now, with lots of different takes and variations, so it's only natural that I take a stab at it myself. And now that Ash has been retired from the series as the main character, we have a definitive list of Pokemon and accomplishments to go off of. But what exactly are we looking for when creating this team? Well, I'll be basing my decisions off of a Pokemon's feats, gimmicks, and power and battling ability. Also, although not as big of a concern, I'll also be considering the team's type diversity and movesets. However, while all of these stats are useful in making my decisions, they aren't definitive in my choices. If that were the case, we'd just be stuck with Ash's Journeys team, as they were the ones who made him a world champion after all. So, that's why most of all, we're going off of good old vibes, baby! Stupid. Also, for fun, at the end I'll be adding 3 alternates that could be rotated in and out depending on the opponent. Starting off the team is of course, Pikachu. Now Pikachu needs no explanation as to why he's on the team, but I know there's going to be someone in the comments talking about how he's an unevolved Pokemon and lost to a level 5 Snivy. I'm looking at you, little Timmy. Yeah, you. Stop it. So, I'll explain anyways. Pikachu was Ash's starter and first ever Pokemon, and has been by his side throughout their entire journey. Over that time, he's managed to rack up some crazy wins, like defeating Regice, Latios, Silvally, Tapu Koko, Steven's Mega Metagross, and of course, Leon's undefeated Charizard. Just call him the Legendary Slayer. And if that wasn't enough, Pikachu has access to Gigantimax and Z-moves, including his signature 10 million volt Thunderbolt. Pikachu is truly Ash's premier partner, and probably the strongest non-legendary in the entire series. The next spot on the team goes to Greninja. Out of all the Ultimate teams I've seen, Greninja seems to be the one consistent, and for good reason. Greninja has become famous amongst Pokemon fans thanks to its signature Ash-Greninja transformation. Thanks to the bond phenomenon, Ash and Greninja become one in battle, granting them incredible speed and strength, essentially acting as a mega evolution. Greninja was able to put in a lot of work in the Kalos League, and even go toe-to-toe with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. However, Greninja is still one of those instances where feats are not definitive in my choices, despite obviously deserving a spot on the team. Greninja's only real feats are defeating Sawyer's Mega Sceptile and battling Diantha's Gardevoir like I mentioned before, which he lost to since they hadn't mastered the Ash-Greninja transformation yet. Greninja is still without a doubt one of Ash's strongest Pokemon of all time, and it would be criminal not to include him on the team. Now, if only he could learn a better move than Cut.
You serious?
Our third member of the team is Lucario. Ash's Lucario has a relentless fighting spirit, constantly training and working to become stronger. It also shares a special aura bond with Ash, similar to Greninja, and even trained with Greninja to master it. Using its aura abilities, Lucario is able to sense its opponent's movements and even create massive aura spheres to attack with. Add Mega Evolution on top of that, and you have an incredible powerhouse of a Pokemon. Lucario was a large part of Ash's championship run, defeating not 1, not 2, but 3 Dynamax Pokemon. On top of that, Lucario was the Pokemon to overcome Champion Cynthia's Garchomp, a feat we all thought to be impossible.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Well, we already have both Z-moves and Mega Evolution, so why not round out the gimmicks with Dynamax by, of course, adding Gengar. Gengar is probably one of my more surprising choices, but he still deserves a place on the team. Like many of Ash's Pokemon, Gengar was abandoned by its trainer before eventually joining Ash. However, he started out rough at first, losing several battles, but that all changed once he was able to Gigantamax. As Ash's primary Dynamax Pokemon, Gengar became a real threat in battle, and was even able to use his new size in creative ways, like eating Sandstorm and stopping attacks. Its best feats are defeating Marnie's Grimmsnarl, Steven's Aggron, and Leon's Inteleon. On top of that, Gengar has a really good moveset to make use of, consisting of Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, and Will-O-Wisp. However, if you noticed, we're starting to pick up a bit of a ground weakness. So why not add a flying type to the team in Charizard? Ash's Charizard needs no introduction. It's one of his most iconic Pokemon and widely believed to be one of his strongest. Charizard initially disobeyed Ash and even caused him to lose the Kanto League, but Ash was eventually able to gain his trust and Charizard became a vital member of the team. It also was able to become even stronger by spending time training in the Charcific Valley. Charizard's best feats are defeating Claire's Dragonair, Gary's Blastoise, and half of his team in the Johto League, and even the legendary Articuno. Now, I understand the debate between Charizard and Infernape, and which is stronger, but despite Infernape being my favorite Ash Pokemon, I still think Charizard just barely takes the edge here. Plus, it wouldn't be a good idea to have a 4th ground weakness on the team. Last but certainly not least, we have Sceptile. Sceptile is more than a cool guy with a twig. Being Ash's Hoenn ace and strongest grass type, Sceptile has some real speed and strength, even being able to catch a speed form Deoxys. On top of that, Sceptile has some impressive battling feats, being the one to infamously defeat Tobias's legendary Darkrai in the Sinnoh League. Despite its poor win rate, Sceptile is a force to be reckoned with. Plus, it adds another ground resist to the team. Now, for our 3 rotation Pokemon, I'm choosing Infernape, Snorlax, and Lyconroc. I debated on adding Crocodile over Lyconroc, but despite its ground typing and good move pool, Lyconroc has more battling experience and is just a lot stronger in my opinion. It is the reason Ash won the Alola League after all. Plus, it also gives Ash another Z-move user, just in case. Snorlax has always been shown to be incredibly powerful, and provides some much needed bulk to the team. And as one of Ash's strongest Pokemon, Infernape is here for some extra firepower.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But what do you think of my choices? I'm sure not everyone will agree with me, so if you're interested, maybe I'll rank all of Ash's Pokemon in the future. Just let me know in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss it. But until then, YouTube thinks you'll like this video on screen. Wait, you're still here? What are you doing snooping around? Go watch another video. I'm waiting. At least subscribe or something. Okay, bye.